1:44 a.m. and I just finished watching all almost 4.5 hours of Justin Bieber's last stream on Twitch. When I tell you I had such a good time. And I don't know if I have the giggles because, well, either I'm like really tired to the point where I'm just delusional now because like it was just like a back-to-back day for me. I just finished doing teaching homework. And then, so I've been watching it throughout the day and I rushed to the teaching homework so I could go back to my show because my show is on. And so I'm like, I'm either like this because I'm just tired and now I've just reached the giggles, or because the parasocial is parasocialing and in my head I'm basically in the room with them. It's one of the two. But that was so wholesome. I don't even know how I discovered this. I think, okay, so post Grammys, I think clips of him streaming have been popping up on my TikTok. And every time they come up, I'm like, this is a wonderful time. And maybe I've healed so much to the point of like, I love long form. The longer the better. 4.5 hours is good enough for you? Yes, indeed. And so I've been watching the clips. I'm like, no. Like, I'm picking up on a certain energy from these clips. And it's like I'm getting to know him on an intimate level as an artist, as a creator. And I was like, this is such an amazing opportunity to kind of have like an inside look into his creative process. If you don't know, my name is Lynn. I'm a photographer who loves to live in community, who loves to lean into community, who, as an artist, I love to know why and how artists do what they do. I'm the person who reads every label in an exhibition. I will read that description. I will take a picture of that description. I will save it on a folder on my phone that's titled descriptions. I love to know the why and the how behind what people do and how they work. I've shot a number of artist studio moments. Well, it's just from like my time hanging out with my artist friends, and I just so happen to document those moments. But I just love to hang out with people in their intimate spaces and just see their creative process. All of us, we create differently, and so I was like, oh, this is this is right up my alley. TikTok knew to serve this to me, and I was like, let's watch the full stream. No, not even. I was like, let's just check it out. Let's check it out. Let's see what's going on because these clips are enticing me, and I'm like, I want more. I had such a good time. That's all I have to say. I'm gonna formulate a thought as I go through this. I'm gonna figure it out. Okay, so where do I even want to start? Let's start with that warehouse. Hello? That space is absolutely insane. Like, I don't know the background. Again, this is my first time watching his stream. This is my first time even just taking all of this in. So basically, he has like a warehouse that he used as like, it's like his studio space. It's his creative space. It houses, it's like, it's a creative space. It's a sound stage because it's full equipment to like literally do a live show. Like if he wanted to do like an intimate listening situation, he could use that space for that. I don't know that he would, but I don't know. It has, I wouldn't even say entertainment area because the entertainment is everywhere. Full-size basketball court or whatever size that is. Ping pong, huge ball pit. And then there's like a closet, I would say a dressing room, massive area. Anyways, it's a huge space that's really been catered to him and to his creativity. And it's so funny because I tried to like, I'm a note taker. I'm a chronic note taker. So I had like sticky notes with me just throughout the stream, just like writing down certain things. And right now I'm just going off the top of my head. I want to go on. I want to give myself some structure. I want to start off by talking about the environment, the space itself. And then I'm going to talk about maybe kind of like the environment that he has created within that space. And then like the sense of community and just like other things that I picked up on, like the camaraderie. The environment itself, like I instantly learned like it is for him first, right? He invites other people in, but it is his creative studio. It's his creative space. As someone who has had two creative studios, I've always designed my spaces to cater to others. And I don't know that, well, I'm now learning that I did myself a great disservice, right? Because I treated my spaces like, oh, it's a professional photography studio. I didn't treat them as my artist studio space first. Like when you make your space that you are renting your own, people come in and it's like they're getting a glimpse into your world. Don't try to do it to please other people. You will never figure out. This person likes a dark space. This person likes a light and airy space. This person likes ambient light. This person likes overhead light. This person likes warm lighting. You can never please anybody else. Do it for you first. And I think that my spaces I've curated, I can't help but do the Lynn effect, right? The things that I curate furniture intentionally, and just like different pieces in the space. But I think overall it was always like, this is an office. It's not just some artist studio, this is an office. And as much as I would like, there's a part of me that's like, please, can we just get some art supplies in here? Just leave it out. Leave it. It's like, no, this is an office. You never know when somebody's coming through. It needs to be da da da. And the space is what it is. Like I feel like this is like the most perfect representation of work-life harmony. That's another thing I want to talk about too, work-life balance. Like there's an area, if when he's trying to work, there's a desk. And then there's like a couch with his computer. But also there's a basketball court right there and a ping pong table and the ball pit in the dressing room. And like it's just everything is here. And then I love that the crib for their new baby is in the middle of the room. So like when he's spending time in there with his family, it's not like put the baby over there. The baby right here next to the couch where everybody is at the center point of the room. I find that very fascinating. Work-life harmony. Everything works together. It's like a live-work space, you know? Another thing that I picked up was like everywhere he's sitting, he can quickly, like he has tools that are ready at his disposal to capture his thoughts and his ideas. They have like this area. It's like, again, this place is so massive. Like they're just like trying to section it off. There's like a little section that's like a little darker, like a speakeasy, small, intimate vibe. It's like if he's in there, like he has a computer that's ready for him to go. And then he's talking to somebody out and about by the couch. There's a laptop there. He can do his thing. By the stage, like, you know what I mean? It's like everything that he needs is everywhere. And one idea that I got from that was like having maybe like starting with sticky notes, but maybe evolving to like small notebooks. Just have it everywhere. I already do, but like just now intentionally implementing that. I didn't even realize I was doing that, right? But like have a notepad or a sticky note or a notebook by the bed, and then have one in my backpack when I'm on the go, and have one at my desk at work. Like easy points to like write down your ideas, to capture your thoughts. And that's another thing he's good at. Okay, I'm not gonna talk in order. I'm just gonna talk by what comes to mind. He captures his thoughts. He like they were. It was basically like a 4.5 hour flow state that ended so beautiful. It was like no 16 minutes that ended so beautifully. It ended so beautifully, but it was a 4 hour flow state constantly ideating. And as the ideas are coming to mind, write it down. As the ideas coming to mind, record a voice note. It was like crazy to watch. Again, I do that in my own way as a photographer, as an artist, as a facilitator. Like, oh, this thing, cool thing comes to mind. Let me open my note tab. But he was like in his voice, audio. What is it called? Voice app, voice note app. Just jotting down, jotting down, jotting down. And I just found it so interesting that like he's working, but he's playing at the same time. And like that's something. Like when I tell you I learned so much from this stream, because for me, I have like I give myself the self-parenting. Let's relax, everybody relax. It's like you work 9 to 5, you commute 5 to 7, you get home, da da da. Like I don't know that I have work-life harmony, even on my days off, even on the weekends. I don't know that I have harmony of like do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that. I'm usually avoiding the work, and so I spend the whole day procrastinating and overthinking. I'm not really lenient to whatever I'm doing. So if I'm avoiding, I'm like looking at my desk. If I'm avoiding doing my teaching homework, I'm gonna crochet, but like in an avoidant way where I'm giving it half energy. Or I'm gonna watch one of my favorite shows, but I'm just like, I really don't want to do it. Versus, be present with this. Give it an hour of your time. Lean into it, girl. Watch your favorite show. Watch that episode of your favorite show. And then once it's a wrap, it's a wrap. And then now, close that, go to that, so I can come back to this. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like the way that he flows in the space, the work-life harmony. It's so beautiful. Just like let it be what it is. Like whatever. It's definitely giving ADHD. So he is a jumpy kid. What is it? You know Marcelo Hernandez. He's like, my son don't have ADD. He just like to jump. That's Justin for you. Now he will not stay in one place. But if his mind is focusing on this, he gives this his all. If his mind is focusing on that, he gives that his all. And I tried that today, and it worked. It really did. Like, I started off the day, there was something that I really needed to get out of the way. And I was like, 30-minute timer, just get it done. If you want to keep going, you keep going. If you don't want to keep going, we stop. I didn't want to keep going, so I stopped. And then I did something else. And all of a sudden, I'm like, wait, I really want to start brainstorming about this new idea, this new project that I'm working on. Sure, let's give it 5 minutes of our time. And then I really want to do that. I'm like, sure. Like, as creatives, we're balancing so much. I'm balancing a million things at the same time. And I'm telling you, I just did my teaching homework at midnight. That's like, it's just like balancing so much. Make room for all of it. That reminds me of a TikTok that I saw a couple weeks ago. I don't remember the creator's name, but she spoke about kind of like herself being like ADHD diagnosed as a creative and how she works around that. I haven't been diagnosed. I would like to do a test just to figure out like where I am on the spectrum. We're all on the spectrum. Everybody relax. But like to know kind of like how your brain, your body, your nervous system works, I think is like the ultimate key to figuring out like how do you work and how do you work with that. But she talks about how like, you're in a constant state of like fire. Like you're just like in an ocean of fire. Like everything is important. Everything needs your attention. Everything is hot. Everything is urgent. Everything is. But like give yourself a little droplets of water. Don't quench your fire. Like your fire is what enables you to do the amazing work that you do. Your fire is what enables you to like have those brilliant ideas that are funded, open amazing businesses, launch amazing creative ventures, or create beautiful work and write amazing things. Don't quench it. If you quench it, it's gone. The magic is gone. Why would you do that, right? But instead, as you're just sitting in that lake of fire, just drink a cup of water. Just drink a cup of water every 2 hours or so. Just check in on yourself. You know what I mean? And I think that, like, that's the best way to describe it, because I'm always on. Work is my default. I'm always on, right? But the way that it shows up for me is like stepping away to watch a show real quick. It's like crocheting, journaling, listening to music, reading fiction, it's hanging out with friends, going to an event, finding things to do, going out to eat. Again, the fire is always on. And I tell my friends this all the time, like, please take me away from work. Like, do not look at the fact that I'm always working as Lynn might not be available. Precisely because I am always doing something. Pull me away from what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, because it's my default, I will always find something to do. I will always find something to work on. I will always find something that needs my attention. But also, I don't know how to stop. My brain is always going, right? That's the quickest way to burn out. And he spoke to one person. And what I love about Justin is that, like, he's really, really good at, I don't know how he does it. And it's like, it's a natural thing. And I feel like I recognize that in myself as well. So I know how he does it, but I don't know how he did it in that sense. They were like maybe 20 people around him. Most of them were musicians, some creators, some background singers. Like, he sat in conversation with each and every last one of them, even if it was 30 seconds to 3 minutes. Like, like every touch point, he touched every touch point, whatever the saying is. And there was one of them that he was talking to. He was talking about basically like how golf helps him. Yeah, there's a golf course as well in this warehouse. It has everything. He's like, golf is his escape, like, because he, like, his brain is always going, and you can tell he's a jumpy kid. He's a jumpy kid now, so he's always like bouncing. He's like, golf just turns off his brain. Like, golf is a thing that turns off his brain, and he has like a little mini golf set up in one of the corners, and he has a basketball. Maybe it's like ping pong. It's like stuff that like take his attention off. Again, the fire is always on. You're always flowing. You're always overflowing as a creative. But how do you just give your brain a second to pause, a second to just breathe for a second and just like step away? And I'm learning to embrace that. Because when I don't, like, the more, when I try to avoid, the lag is longer. But if I embrace it, I enjoy it. And then I'm like, okay, I feel good in a place like where it's at right now. I can now focus on something else. You know, for example, earlier, I'm really avoiding the teaching homework. I'm like staring at the book. I'm really avoiding the teaching homework, for example. And so I'm like, you know what, just be here, just be in the moment. For some reason, my brain was like hyper fixating on the new project that I'm about to start. And I said, let's brainstorm about it. Let's talk about it. What do you want to talk about? Girl, I'm really overwhelmed. I don't know where to start. Da-da-da. So I'm like jotting down ideas. What do I do? Where can I start? And I'm like, I'm feeling to start just reaching out to people and ask them, would you be willing to help me with this project? Or like, let's find some time to talk. You know what I mean? So like, that feels like I did something. Like, it's bugging me, right? And I don't just want to push that to the side. Like, I want to honor it. It's bugging me for a reason. It's bugging me because it's timely, it's important, it's relevant. And so give it some of your time. And so just me reaching out to one person and being like, hey, I have something I want to run by you. I would like your help with this. You're dope. Let's find some time to talk. That was enough for me to not close that. And then now I'm like still avoiding, but I'm like, I want to watch Schitt's Creek for a little bit. Okay, we're going to watch an episode and a half of Schitt's Creek, and then we're going to pause so we can really get to work. And then I did that. I honored it. And then I got to work and I did the reading and I submitted the homework. Like, just work-life harmony. Work around your attention. For some reason, you're focusing on that thing. Give it your all. And then you'll realize maybe it just needed 5 minutes of your attention. But because you spent 15 hours trying to avoid it, there goes your entire day, you know? But like, oh my gosh, the sense of care, the sense of community, the way that they talk to each other with so much kindness and love and respect. He calls everybody baby. He calls everybody baby. He speaks so highly of Haley. He speaks so highly of his son. I don't know the man's personal life. I'm talking about the artist, the creative, right? But he speaks so highly of his artist friends, and he's giving them advice, and they're giving him advice, and like he is present in the conversation. He's like, you know, talking about imposter syndrome. He's talking about struggling with overthinking, struggling with self-expression sometimes, struggling with, you know, like being self-conscious of how he shows up, of, you know, certain struggles that he's had to deal with, like being nervous about going to therapy again. Like, you know, it's one of those like, what is it? You know, like the kind of streaming that all the kids are doing nowadays, but it's kind of like you're just catching glimpses of the conversation. You kind of like, it's like voyeurism or something, but it's kind of like you see like most of the space, and he's like in a little corner talking to somebody, but he's mic'd up, and so you can kind of hear bits of the conversation, you know. And so I think it was just so good. It was really, really good. Creating a space where people can show up as themselves, linger, and create. You know, like it was definitely giving like residency. I don't know much about like band practices, but I'm picturing like this is basically what a band practice is, kind of like just flowing. Like they just had like background music playing the entire time, and then somebody would sing something like, oh shoot, capture that. Somebody would do something like capture that. He would come up with something, he said capture that. Like it was dope. I've only experienced that once in my life. Puerto Rico 2021, and when Jordan and the band were practicing for his show, like that kind of like we just vibe in, but like you're in a flow state and things are coming up and ideas are taking shape. Like it was just really, really good, and giving people, whether intentionally or unintentionally, giving people a platform to share who they are, what do they do, what they're working on. I discovered a lot of new people, a lot of amazing new talent, people who have like different brands and the things that they're doing. Like I think it's really, really cool. It's really, really cool. I wanted to do something like that, to just have like a creator maker space where people just come through, bring whatever you're working on and bring it and come and hang out in the space. I don't have a warehouse now. I'm not there yet, but by God's grace, if somebody else can do it, I can do it too. That's just my thought. No matter how delusional it is, let me sit with my delusion. Like I will be able to do that one day, but like that's literally the vibe of my artist residency. Like bring something. Bring something. We're all vibing, and like the collective art making of it too, not like, oh, this person over here painting, this person over here taking pictures. We're all doing the thing, everybody together. That affirmed that for me. But yes, it was really, really good. Okay, what else came up? Work-life balance, sense of community, the way that he spoke to them, talking about therapy, talking about his family. This designated time to create. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should like block out like 4 hours on Saturdays or Sunday evenings that are like dedicated to like reach a flow state, right? It doesn't have to be the whole day. That could be exhausting. And again, because I'm often juggling a lot, trying to make a whole day out of it, you don't need a whole day, right? 4 hours, first thing in the morning, midday, or in the afternoon. Then I'm playing music, I'm reading, I'm just like doing different things that are feeding my creative practice in different ways. Oh, I started a puzzle. I started a puzzle in celebration of Black History Month. It's an illustration by an artist. I know her middle name is Lynn. That's the only name. That's the only thing I know about her. Grace Lynn something. She did a New Yorker cover called The Founder. I believe that's Harriet Tubman. I'm not sure. She didn't describe it in the thing, but I have my puzzle. I have my crochet. I have my journal. I have my film camera, and I can have fun with it. I have sticky notes. So just kind of like, just create this. I have not crossword. What's it called? It's like a games newspaper thing. Sunday Club. Shout out Sunday Club. Like when I want to do crossword or word search or like different type of like newspaper games, just kind of like create like a block out my creative time. Just block it out. And during this 4-hour period, I'm not allowed to work on anything specifically for real. It's just kind of like time to free think. Whatever I feel like to do. I can't just watch Netflix because I could easily just get lost in that. I can't just watch TikTok. I probably shouldn't watch anything. And another thing too, nobody was on their phones. Nobody was on the phone. The people was jamming and making music and writing and living good. 4 hours, puzzle, crochet, journal, read, fiction, nonfiction, whatever you're in the mood for, paint, draw, do a crossword puzzle, or lay down. No phone, no research, no work. And I can either work before, so I can have the 4-hour window, or do the 4-hour window and then follow it up with work, or scrapbooking, collaging. Yeah, like that inspired me. That inspired me so much. Because for me, like it's always been strict. Like, I am working now. Okay, now I have 30 minutes to have fun. Hurry up, go lay down. Because you gotta go to work tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like but even me saying like I'm gonna block off 4 hours, but this is me trying. I'm trying versus like I just work, right? Like I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I don't know that I have an artistic practice. Like even when I'm creating, it doesn't feel like it. Like, cause my version of creating is not like painting and drawing. My version is printing photos and editing. Like that is my thing, or like scrapbooking. So I'm just like, oh, like I'll have moments where I'm like trying to rush through printing photos, and I'm like, oh, this is my creative practice. I can slow down and take my time a little bit. Slow down. Why are you rushing? I'm like, you're an artist. You're making art right now. Slow down. Like, just be present. Just be present with the thing. So yeah, I truly enjoyed myself. I enjoyed that stream. It's like a good stream to have like in the background while you work. Or look through it if you need some inspiration. If you're an artist and you're kind of feeling stuck, watch that stream. It might do something for you. Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. It speaks to who it speaks to, and if it doesn't speak to you, that's fine. Not everything everybody produces is for everybody, right? But it was definitely for me, just a gentle reminder of, as somebody who was navigating it all and balancing it all, let it be the mess that it is, right? But keep your your creativity, your creative time holy. Like keep it sacred. Make time for it. When you're working, take care of yourself in the middle, in between too. Allow yourself to have like these flow states. Invite other people into your work. Like he could have been in that warehouse all alone. He had all the people up in there, just vibing. Everybody fed him and brought something to the space in a different way. I'm also thinking about I need a creative space. One thing about me, I'm gonna open and close the studio in the blink of an eye, because I can't make up my mind. I don't want to be in America. I want to have, you know what I really want to have? I want to have a residency on an island somewhere that is not in America. And if it has to be in America, it can only be in Puerto Rico. And so I want to have like a house version of Justin Bieber's warehouse. On an island somewhere, any island, preferably Haiti, but if it has to be in America, it has to be Puerto Rico. If it's in Africa, I'll do Zanzibar or Seychelles. I've thought about this in depth. It has to be on an island. So yeah, I'm just thinking about like I would love to have a creative space. I wasn't even thinking like I was like I'm gonna hit up my friends and be like, let's rent out a cabin or something for a weekend and just like create. Like everybody's just making stuff and just vibing. Like I think my creativity is craving that. My creativity is craving togetherness. My creativity is craving collective art making, and that's my whole thing, right? Collective art making. And I think it's the perfect time for me to be watching something like this, a collective creative energy as I'm preparing for my photo project. I recently got a grant through my city, which I'm very grateful for, to curate a public art photo installation project. That's a long one, but I'm gonna do something crazy in my city. I'm gonna do something really crazy, and I don't want to do it alone. Like Justin Bieber, I'm literally figuring out who do I need to hit up to help me carry this, the weight of this. At some point, someone asked him, "How did you find all these people? How did you connect with everyone here? This is so dope." He's like, "No, they were just on my radar," and I was like, "Let's link up," and I was like, you know what I mean? The vision is it's big, it's heavy, and you do not have to carry it alone, Lynn. That's the reminder. That's what I'm being reminded of. So the stream was cool. It was a good time. You should totally check it out on Twitch. Justin Bieber's Twitch account. And that's all I have for now. And if I have something else, we're probably gonna have a part 2 because I got something from it. I got something from it, and I'm very grateful that that he's sharing his process with us in such an intimate way. So yeah, appreciate y'all. Good night. I have to go to bed, child. It's time for bed. Good night.